Absolutely wonderful stuff. Live in session on Six Music. BEAK with Windmill Hill, and before that, The Seal, One More Number to Come. And all the tunes tonight taken from the new LP, which... number 4 and entitled Four Chevrons, which arrived all of a sudden yesterday. All of a sudden there it was. What a treat. Whose idea was it to forego all the faffing beforehand and just put the LP out?
I think it was all of us, actually, to be honest.
No, come on, you're being modest. It was you, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, you forced it upon us.
Oh, right, okay. I forced it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was my idea. The industry, I thought, had just become also samey, you know, like New Music Friday and just like, well, why can't it be New Music Tuesday, you know, and or New Music early Monday morning, you know? So we fought with the record company, which was not that hard because it's us, and it was kind of good.
Can we talk about the very striking cover art on the LP as well, for those who've been lucky enough to see it, and you should seek it out. There's the LP is dedicated to Alfie Barrow, a furry friend and splendid dog, who appears on the sleeve, looming over the Clifton Suspension Bridge with laser eyes. Just what's going on there?
Well, it's laser beams of love he's putting down onto us. There's a love heart at our feet. And then if you look on the back cover, it's the three of us fighting. So that's what happens when you haven't got a pet dog. Humans just don't get on with each other, you know. So they're there to mellow us out, man. Yeah, and the whole image of the Clifton Suspension Bridge, I always thought it was going to be... I had it in my head because I always do the cycle track underneath the suspension bridge. It takes you out towards Peel and Ham Green Lake, and it's a really nice ride. And so one day I looked back towards Bristol and saw the bridge, and it's not a perspective you ever see at a bridge. It's always from the other side, looking away from Bristol, and I just thought it'd be really nice to see it. It looked really great from that perspective, and then with Alfie Barrow, you know, sitting there all like Godzilla, like sitting on Clifton, which is like, you know, everyone knows is like the sort of posh area of Bristol, so it's great that he's sat there. It's kind of like crushing them all. Great.
Ouch. Are you going back there tomorrow, mate, by any chance?
Yeah, I don't think I'll be allowed to drink round there anymore.
Nice pubs around there as well. I wonder if some of these early sleeves will later be limited edition, or is it the other way around? Because you've come in here with some. I wasn't expecting to ask this question earlier today, but you've come in here with some stickers of upside down peas. Could you please explain, Billy, what's going on there, or is it Will? Who can explain that?
Well, there's a couple of cafes near where I live, and they have, you know, you see your breakfast and your meal up on the wall, and they're good, like good old-fashioned greasy spoons, and for some reason their meals are always photoshopped, and I've bought many meals in, loads of them, and it's like, just take a photo of that, it looks wicked. And then there was one I got a bit obsessed with because I couldn't work out what was wrong with it. So it's got like eggs and toast and a big bit of cottage pie and then some peas. And I was like, something's just not right on that plate. And I'm not sure how, but the peas were upside down.
Now, we doubted this, didn't we?
But then earlier...
then I became obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And we were like, we need upside down peas on the next record cover.
Yeah.
And now I'm noticing upside down food all over. Keep an eye out for it next time you're out.
But not only that, I mean, you kind of fell at the first hurdle, really, didn't you? Because the peas didn't make it onto the artwork.
Yeah.
But now there's a pea stick-on sort of addition to the artwork. And also the thing, and this is the power of musicians. The pictures were shown to me earlier. I said, look, they're upside down. These peas, peas, everybody, upside down. And I looked at them and said, yes, you're right. I heard myself saying that before I, could even start thinking.
If you go on to Google or your preferred search engine, basically you will just put down upside down peas, and there's loads of examples of them.
It's a cult.
Yeah.
It's just the way the light is that they just all of a sudden, and there's beans as well.
Yeah, if you're not into peas, upside down baked beans is quite a big thing as well.
This is doing my nuts.
Can I just say before anything, it's a really, really good new record. That's the main thing as well.
Yeah, they didn't come here to talk about the music, mate, did they? So, all right, getting serious if we can, or skirting close to. So you did a Led Zeppelin in a way. You absconded to a cottage in Wales, which Led Zeppelin 4 was famous for, wasn't it? And it had the picture of the guy with the wood on his back, etc. So what sent you off to Wales to do it?
Basically, what had happened was we recorded, except from our first album, we recorded everything at Invader in our HQ and our studios, and with all our family stuff going on and other stuff we were doing, we couldn't concentrate. Like, we just couldn't kind of get it together. So we just went, right, we need a solid week where there's no, like, phones going off, no nothing, all that kind of stuff. Really stock standard kind of, like, rock and roll behaviour. You know, like, historically, people would go to a farmhouse. And we did, what was it called? It was, what's the name of the place?
Oh, I can't pronounce it now, but it was near Harlech Beach in North Wales, and you could see Port Merion, you know, from the prisoner.
Right.
So it was really, really remote. And Jamie, who's in the other room here mixing, he came up with us, and then our mate Chris come up, who does a really good black bean burrito. And so that's
all we ate.
That's pretty much all we ate.
Was he there for that purpose?
Yeah, entirely for that purpose.
Definitely.
Was it an unpleasant place to visit for anybody on the outside?
That much.
Yeah, and so we went in there and we moved all the stuff out of the front room, and then we recorded in there. And two of the tracks, Secrets and the first track we played, Strawberry Line, were from there. And then, but it kind of made a sense of what the album was going to sound like, really. So it was kind of because what happened was we'd done so many festivals like the last 15 years, and we kind of started sounding like a really, like, because we're playing to people who don't know us, so we started doing this kind of trick where every track ended with this big "dah," and it's like we played really loud and everything sped up, and it was just like we were a bit of a joke band of ourselves, really. So we just thought, let's not do that anymore. Let's go back to where we began, really, with no expectations and all that stuff. And so that's what the album is here, really.
Right. I mean, there was a quote from Will, I think, in The Quietus, saying that you were turning into a bad version of the Foo Fighters.
We were on the path to it, I think, yeah. Because we've got so much
that and
rock
Muse
in
as
our
well,
brains.
wasn't it?
I mean, I wouldn't mind being Muse, you know. The thinking man's Radiohead,
there
I
you
like to call it.
Oh, he loves saying that.
He loves saying that.
You got it in, Will.
I'm going to have my pickled onion now.
Oh, you got the pickled onion
We've
reward.
got a member of Radiohead, Clive, in the room as well. That makes it all right, though, if you've got a member of Radiohead.
Yeah.
So, just again, quickly, and we'll go back to Gid in a moment, but Gid and I were talking earlier on about the track Hungry We Are, which has almost got a folk feel to it, hasn't it? And the harmonies.
Lovely harmonies on that.
Yeah, well, the thing is that I've always kind of been scared of my voice, like using it as a singer. You know, don't class myself as a singer, and over the years we've just kind of the vocals have just creeped in more and more and more. And then we did When We Fall on the last album, and that was getting there. And then we just thought, let's just do it. Let's just like do a nice song.
But it's also like come from that sort of love of like Theme from MASH,
yeah,
you know, and Crosby, Stills and Nash, who were great, you know, and just, I mean, we're not a touch on that, but you know, it's just our representation of it, and we like, and yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
you know, I think we got away with it. Just
yeah,
more than I was happy just listening, to be honest, Mark. So I didn't have any other more questions ready. You know, I just was happy listening, but that's fine.
Well, we were going to get to insulting Will, which is obviously a thread
like
within BEAK. But you were saying before you were going to get a Japanese guitar. Could you just briefly explain that in order to?
So basically, we bought a Japanese guitar from the 80s, and it's got a tape machine in it. It's got a cassette player.
All right, yeah.
So what we were going to do is that because Will's not allowed a microphone where we play live, so we were going to, as we insult him, he was just going to play answers back on the cassette,
heavily moderated ones.
Yeah,
things like "Thank you, Jeff,"
and it's his birthday. So tonight.
Mate.
40 tomorrow.
He's 40 tomorrow, and when he joined, he was 9.
Amazing.
Look at the stage.
Sold his soul to rock and roll. Are you ready for another number, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes, please. What's it going to be?
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, I'm not ready.
Oh, that was me answering.
It's called. I always get the name of this wrong. It's yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.